The Ecuador case is probably the largest and maybe most significant environmental justice case that ever got to verdict. The case began in 1993, and it's based on pollution caused first by Texaco and then Chevron, because Chevron later bought Texaco and assumed the liability. Chevron's predecessor company went into Ecuador's Amazon region in the 1960s, struck a deal with Ecuador's government to drill for oil in a 1,500 square mile area of pristine rainforest. While they were operating, they designed a system of oil extraction to deliberately dump billions of gallons of cancer-causing oil waste into waterways, into rivers and streams that indigenous groups were drinking out of, bathing in, and using to fish and support themselves. They flared poisonous gas into the air without any kind of controls, creating this like black rain phenomenon in an area that had been really one of the most luscious and beautiful and pristine in the world. We did an investigation. This was in 1993, and out of that, we took on a bunch of people down there as clients, villagers and farmers and indigenous peoples, and filed a class action lawsuit against, at the time it was Texaco in New York in the early 90s. Texaco's headquarters was located at the time in White Plains, New York, just out of New York City, which is why one of the reasons we venued the case in the United States initially. For the first 10 years of the case, we were fighting to get into the courthouse in New York in the United States. We argued that we couldn't get a fair trial in Ecuador because for, decades of this toxic dumping, the company had never been held responsible for even $1 in damages. Like Ecuador's courts at the time, in our opinion, were clearly inadequate to handle a case of this magnitude. And all this time, of course, the indigenous peoples are suffering. Many are dying of cancers and other oil-related diseases. The indigenous group were decimated. I mean, they were losing people, they were losing their villages, they were losing their culture, they were losing their language, and most importantly, they were losing the ability to live off the forest.